Good evening. I'm Mark Gooding, ZL2UFI in Upper Hutt.
And I'm Debbie Morgan, ZL2DL in Upper Hutt.
I'm Rosemary Bosher, ZL1RO in Auckland.
And I'm Stephen McNeill, ZL4HG from Christchurch.
And I'm Jim Meacham, ZL2BHF in Nelson. And together we bring you the NZART official broadcast for December 2019. Good evening, everyone. Leading tonight's official broadcast is Presidential Comment. Here's our NZART President, Mark Gooding, ZL2UFI. Mark?
Good evening, everyone. I wish to thank all the NZART clubs who have paid their Cordia power supply fees. It is greatly appreciated. As you may recall, Cordia increased their power supply fees for the next 3 years, and clubs with VHF repeaters were invoiced for their share of the cost. The remaining costs were borne by the Association for the National System Repeaters. As announced in the NZART info line, Phil Dodd, ZL4XYZ, the Central Region Councillor, has chosen to resign from NZART Council. This was effective from Thursday, 21 November 2019. After speaking with Phil, he stated that he had spread his time too thinly across a number of projects and was not spending enough time with family. Something had to give, so he decided to resign as a councillor. NZART has appointed Richard Harkett, ZL2FY, to council as a replacement for Benjamin Isaacs, ZL2BCI, who resigned in early November. Richard brings a wealth of knowledge to council as an amateur of many years, as well as his service with the New Zealand Police. He resides on the Kapiti Coast and is a member of Kapiti Branch 69. I look forward to working with him. NZART Council is now looking for a replacement for Phil. If you'd like to join NZART Council, then please get in touch with either Debbie or myself. The approaching holiday season is a great time to repair and improve antennas and get on the air, either at home or portable while away on holiday. Remember that New Year's Day, 1 January 2020, is NZART Portable Day, as well as the SOTA, or Summits on the Air, UTC Rollover Day. Many points can be earned on this day for those chasing them as part of the SOTA activities. As another year finishes, I'd like to say a big thank you to our business manager, Debbie Morgan, ZL2DL, and Evan Sayer, our treasurer. Also our Vice President, Warren Harris, ZL2AJ, our councillors and many officers for their support over 2019, and of course to you, Jim. Finally, a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to all the listeners. That's all from me, and back to you, Jim.
Thank you, Mark. The President of NZART, Mark Gooding, ZL2UFI. The Organising Committee for the NZART Conference 2020 invites you to join them at Shantytown on the west coast of the South Island. The registration cost per attendee is $220. The event will be held on Saturday 30th of May and Sunday 31st of May 2020, with all conference activities at Shantytown. The venue is based approximately 12 kilometres or 15 minutes drive south of Greymouth. See all the details on page 37 of your November-December copy of Break-In or on the NZART Conference 2020 webpage, nzart-conference.nz, nzart-conference.nz. Onwards to Upper Hutt we go, and it's a very good evening and welcome to our NZART Business Manager, Debbie Morgan, ZL2DL.
Thanks, Jim, and good evening, everyone. I would like to remind all those branches who are considering placing remits at the next AGM in Shantytown to please send them to me by mid-January at the latest, so Council can consider and approve at their February meeting. While on the topic of Shantytown, the Organising Committee have confirmed the registration fee for Conference 2020 being $220 for the full program. While this may seem a little higher than previous years, we can offer the facility for those wishing to attend to make regular monthly payments to cover this fee, with the final payment being required by the 1st of May. A website has been set up, nzart-conference.nz, with the registration form soon to be added, so that you can secure your attendance. If considering monthly payments, we do ask that you complete the registration form and forward to the email address provided on the form, so we can ensure we have recorded you correctly. A reminder, the office will be closed from Tuesday the 24th of December and reopen again Tuesday the 14th of January. The phone lines and the emails will not be monitored during this time. Lastly, I would like to take this opportunity to thank Council and all members for your support throughout the year. To be fair, I haven't had the best of years health-wise. Therefore, I wish you all a Merry Christmas and a very happy and healthy 2020. That's all from me, Jim. Back to you.
Thank you, Debbie. Debbie Morgan, ZL2DL, the NZART Business Manager. The Wellington VHF Group Branch 74 is running the 2020 National System Award, and this time it's actually a National Systems Award. That is, the UHF National System and the DMR National System. The theme of the award, telephone exchanges. The award commenced yesterday, Saturday the 21st of December, and runs until Sunday the 9th of February 2020. Contacts on the DMR system must be on the ZL Talk group, and these contacts are worth 1.5 points compared to the analogue contacts. Points are awarded for working a station at an exchange and points from activation of an exchange, as well as for the number of contacts made while activating an exchange. See rules at the Wellington VHF Group website, vhf.nz/KNSA 2020. vhf.nz/KNSA 2020. Now to catch up on international amateur radio news, we join the team at the Amateur Radio Newsline.
The International Space Station has become an even busier place this time of year. There's talk of a worldwide commemorative SSTV operation on either the 27th or 28th of December. Interested amateurs are urged to follow @Eris_status on Twitter and to watch the AMSAT bulletin board for status updates. The SSTV downlink frequency is 145.800 megahertz. Hams on board include Dr. Andrew Morgan, KI-5 AAA, cosmonaut Alexander Svortskov, RK-6ATR, and Luca Parmentano, KF-5 KDP. Swedish agencies have taken on an RF pollution study, and the focus is on solar panels. Here's Jeremy Boot, G4NJH.
Sweden's National Radio Society, the SSA, reports that studies of solar panel installations have begun to determine whether they are a source of RF pollution. Both the Swedish Electrical Safety Agency and the Swedish Energy Agency are looking at the installation's optimizers and inverters in particular. The inverters are used to convert the direct current of the solar panel to alternating current. Amateur radio operators are not the only ones who suffer from this kind of RF interference. Weather stations, remote control car alarms, wireless speakers, home alarms and garage door openers can also be affected. The Swedish agency's scrutiny is expected to continue until March 2020. For Amateur Radio Newsline, I'm Jeremy Boot, G4NJH.
For now, with Karen Eve Murray, KD2 GUT at the news desk in New York, and our news team worldwide. I'm Neil Rapp, WB9 VPG in Bloomington, Indiana, saying 7-3, Merry Christmas. And as always, we thank you for listening. Amateur Radio Newsline is copyright 2019. All rights reserved.
And as always, we say thank you to Newsline for the use of their copyright material. Te Puke Amateur Radio Club, Branch 53 NZART, give notice of their market day for 2020, to be held on Saturday, March the 28th. The venue is the Paengaroa Community Hall, 4 Old Coach Road in Paengaroa. The venue will open from 6:30 a.m, breakfast will be available from 7:30 a.m, and the sale commences at 10 a.m. Now, for further information and table bookings, email sydrow@extra.co.nz. That's sydrowe@extra.co.nz. Or watch for the full details in your Jan-Feb 2020 issue a break-in. Te Puke Amateur Radio Club's Market Day in 2020 on Saturday, March the 28th. Next up, it's WARO News. Here's Topsy ZL2LS, tonight standing in for Rosemary ZL1RO.
Thanks, Jim, and good evening, everyone. WARO appreciates being able to contact our members, friends and amateur radio fraternity through this broadcast. Many thanks to everyone who has sent in items during the year. I would like to speak briefly about the WARO page in Braken. Currently there is no longer anyone who can do this. I'm asking, is there any WARO member that would be willing to take this on? Otherwise, from the March edition of Braken, there will be no WARO page. If you think you would like to help us out here, please give me a call ASAP. On behalf of the WARO executive and members, I wish you all a very Merry Christmas and a happy and peaceful New Year. May the holiday season bring only happiness and joy to you and your loved ones. If you're travelling during the holidays, I wish you safe journeys. This is all from me this month, Jim, and see you all next year.
And thank you, Topsy. The WARO President, Topsy Scott ZL2LS, reporting for WARO. Finally, in tonight's official broadcast lineup, it's branch news. Here's Stephen McNeill, ZL4HG.
Thanks, Jim, and good evening, everyone. Welcome to the last Around the Branches for 2019. And we start from the Hibiscus Coast Radio Club. Their first meeting is on Wednesday the 15th of January, which will be a committee meeting followed by a general meeting at 7:30pm concerning field day planning for the new year. Saturday the 18th of January is a barbecue at Doug's Place at 7 South Avenue in Little Manly. Bring yourselves and family members, some kind of shared salad, dessert and so on. And on Wednesday the 29th of January, the Earth Station project meeting will begin at 7:30pm at the club rooms. Much work to be done. Down to NZART Branch 03, the Western Suburbs Radio Club, which has its first meeting on Saturday the 18th of January, and it will be a show and tell. The Wellington VHF Group and Kapiti Branch are holding a summer barbecue on the 26th of January at QE2 Park in Paikokariki from noon. Kapiti Branch will also be holding a hidden transmitter hunt. All are welcome, and although we're not sure of the barbecue spot the group will be allocated, that won't be too hard to find at that site. To Nelson Amateur Radio Club, NZART Branch 26, where the first meeting of the new 2020 year will be a barbecue and fox hunt, which will be held at Rabbit Island. You can find details in the club newsletter, but briefly, the event will be held on Sunday the 26th of January from 10:30am onwards. Lunch will be ready at 12:30. You'll need to bring a salad or dessert to share, your eating utensils and something to sit on. Oh, and don't forget, you'll need your fox hunting gear, and if you can't find the site, give a call on the 7025 repeater. Close by, the Marlborough Amateur Radio Club, NZART Branch 22, has a barbecue at the Onamalutu Domain on Sunday the 12th of January. You'll need to bring a salad and or dessert and a drink, and there'll also be a fox hunt on 2 metres, so bring your 2 metre receiver and a portable antenna to track it down. Have a look at the newsletter for directions. And the final event I'd like to mention is the National Portable Activity Day, which is on New Year's Day, January the 1st. A number of summits on the air stations and stations at lakes, lighthouses, national parks and so on are expected to be active. Now for details on the event, see the September-October issue of Break-In. It's an event for everyone. Well, that brings us to the end of this section. Whether you operate from a summit, a boat, a plane or a train, just remember to have fun, play safe and enjoy yourself over the Christmas and New Year period. Jim, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you too.
Thank you, Stephen. Stephen McNeill, ZL4HG, reporting from Christchurch. The next official broadcast of NZART will be made by ZL6A at 8pm on Sunday, the 23rd of February 2020. There is no official broadcast in January. This is ZL6A, headquarters station of the New Zealand Association of Radio Transmitters, concluding the official broadcast for December 2019. Season's greetings, everyone, and a very good night. Good night now.